an act of genocide, by the way. And so it's killing us in their custody. And do you have jurisdiction over our people? Can anyone show me how that's the case? So why are we in your jail? Time to look here. You know, where would Israel be without the support of people like Australia, America and Britain? They're very much a part of it, and it makes all of us complicit in what's going on over there. Who's paying the taxes to these terrorists? Who thinks you're living on the proceeds of crime here? Hey? What's this bullshit about acknowledging our people and paying respect to our ancestors and our elders? It's bullshit. It doesn't play out in any way. You know what I mean? It's all talk. But we've got to keep going, folks. We've got to keep fighting no matter what. And who knows what's going to happen. Just recently, not that I have much faith in the international law here, they did rule that the West Bank is occupied land. So too is this. This is occupied land, illegally.
Sorry.
Shame. If it wasn't for the acts of terror and the policies of genocide, Australia would not exist. Right? Who funds and supports Israel? Here. This body here. So we can do something here, because we're here. It's a lot harder to affect what's going on over there. If every country in the world looked in its own backyard and attacked the issues of genocide and complicity, maybe it would stop globally. It's all together there. It's a network. They've been dominating us and elsewhere around the planet for a long time, through all the conflict. Our people lived in peace and harmony with each other. 300 black nations on this continent. We had a law. We have a law. That is a real law. What came here was piracy, was terrorism, right? That's the foundation. Don't forget it. Think about what you're doing. Every individual counts here, really does. I'm never coming back here for the same reasons in support of Palestine in 1973. We are aware of this situation because it's so much similar to us. Occupied land, genocidal oppression. Now, it's not new. It's got to stop. I'm so proud of this all, and I'm inspired by the people of Palestine who have continued to struggle against all odds. And I'm proud to stand here. Solidarity. Despite all that, this justice here, this police state, disgusting. But there's enough people here to tip over this lying racist system. This is enough to do it. Because they're all full of shit and lies and fraud and fakes. All we need to do is get off our hands and knees and stand up, and they will fall over. Because they've got nothing to stand on. It's time to change all this. It's not just what's going on to our people. In this country, we know when you commit genocide, there's a good chance you're going to cause ecocide. And that's where it becomes a real issue for the colonisers. They see their own mortality caught up in it all. And what comes after that? The genocide, the ecocide, and the suicide. That's the global projection for me. Come on. Now this is an enlightened, powerful group of people here. You know, we've got the potential to change things, really. And the guns aren't out of our head like they are elsewhere. Let's take advantage of that. Our people were mercilessly shot, unprovoked attack from Britain. And they stole all the wealth. And they destituted our people and jailed us and took our children. There's nothing to celebrate here for our people. Nothing. It's miserable. It's demonic. But we never give it up. Because it's our mother. The land is our mother. And like all the other people around the world, we have a responsibility there. And that's what unites us as well. Now, will we there at the end of the day? Standing there alongside Palestine forever. Freedom.
Not only here in Australia, but across the world, who give us inspiration and hope. And it's all of you who continue to carry on that legacy of all the people before us that give us hope as well. From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Now, we keep talking about change. We keep talking about making a difference. We keep talking about the failure of our government. What we need to remember is that the power is in our hands. It's in our hands. Every single one of us have a role to play in electing the representatives that we have, not only at the federal level, but at the state and local levels as well. We can vote. We can also put our hands up. We can put our hands up and say, the people that are representing us right now do not represent us. I think I can do a better job, so I'm going to stand up and do it. If you won't represent me, then I will represent myself, and I will represent everybody else as well. Now, our next guest is doing just that. Now, for those of you who don't know him, Mohammed Helmi is an engineer in the water sector. He is a long-time community and Palestine activist. He is a member of Darabin for Palestine. Mohammed was also previously an executive member of the Islamic Council of Victoria and is now running as a Greens candidate in the upcoming elections in Darabin Council. Please give a hand for Mohammed. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
And we need to make sure that we are supporting candidates like Mohammed. Candidates that we know will advocate for the rights of Palestinians. Candidates that we know are presently advocating for the rights of Palestinians. Free, free Palestine!
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 Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters and comrades. I want to start by extending a heartfelt respect
message of respect and solidarity with each one of you. For 42 consecutive weeks, rain, hail or shine, you have shown unwavering commitment by attending this weekly session, this weekly rally, and participating in countless other action that has happened across our city, Naam, Melbourne, over the last 42 weeks. Your dedication is inspiring. I express my deepest gratitude to all of you who have turned up today on such a cold day, as well as the tireless organizers behind this event and all these events over the last 42 weeks. Together, we have formed an incredibly diverse community, one that transcends faith, race, skills, and political affiliations. Our strength lies in our diversity, creating a caring and respectful environment. We hear all the news internationally, and for me, myself, I come to events like this to help myself heal and deal with the feelings that we see on the news. The weight of this ongoing genocide affects all of us personally, but we find solace and comfort in each other's company. We draw inspiration from the resilience of Palestinians and their resistance, motivating us to continue to protest until justice prevails and until Palestine is free. In this struggle over the last 42 weeks, we've all had to do things that we've never done before. We've all had to learn new skills, be it organizing, picketing, providing first aid, public speaking, writing petitions, or even chanting and drumming. Some of these skills we've never done before, but we had to acquire and learn over the last 42 weeks to do our best to stop the genocide. These skills will serve us well and will prepare us for a long battle ahead. Even if a ceasefire is achieved, the occupation persists. This cause of ours, brothers and sisters, is a cause of moral justice. We are slowly but surely winning this battle. Make no mistake about it. Israel is fighting an existential war. It chose to fight an existential war. Netanyahu chose to fight an existential war. He said basically that it's apartheid and colonialism or it's nothing. This existential battle that is racist, that this racist apartheid state simply cannot win. It cannot win because it's immoral and it's unjust and it's not fit for this century. Palestinians emerge from the rubble in Gaza, vowing to resist for freedom and justice. And we've all seen footage of 80-year-old women emerging from the rubble with their victory sign up, vowing to resist until they get their freedom. And we will not let them down.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! And we've heard our own Amin Abbas a few weeks ago here in Melbourne, like many other Palestinians in diaspora, shout out here in Melbourne, Wallahi, we will return. Wallahi raj'een. I have been part of Darabin for Palestine, proud member of Darabin of Palestine, an incredibly inspirational group of people and staunch activists. Through our campaign to influence the Darabin Council to pass a motion for Gaza that was moved by Councillor Greco, I learned many lessons. I came to realize that while we're trying to influence decision makers from the outside, it's important to have voices on the inside, in decision-making circles. On this basis, I decided to run as a Greens candidate for the upcoming council elections in Durban. Being an engineer, I have never thought I would ever consider to have any interest to run for any level of government ever. But the genocide in Gaza has propelled me to make this decision. I also think that many others in this movement, like me, are also thinking the same. I wanted to be a voice for Palestine. I wanted to be a voice for the marginalized Muslim community. I wanted to be a voice for colored people in Durban. There is entirely a council that is entirely white, despite the diversity of the community in Palestine, in Durban. In fact, if I'm elected, I would be the first Muslim councillor ever in the history of the Durban Council. We are at the crest of seismic changes in Australian politics. And we may see significant changes over the coming local elections and federal elections early next year. The genocide in Gaza has awakened people and has lifted the veil off the faces of many. The Labour Party can no longer take the Muslim community for granted. The Labour Party can no longer assume that their safe seats will still be safe. I have been door knocking in Durban, and I had white residents say to me, uninvited, that they always voted Labour, but they would never vote Labour again because of the genocide in Gaza. And because of what happened to Senator Fatima Payman. These people are fully aware that these issues are federal issues and state issues, but they believe deep in their heart that their council must reflect the humanitarian values that the residents live with. At the start of 2024, we said that this year will not be a year of inaction. Not for those of us who believe in human rights and international human law. And it certainly has been a year of intense and escalating action. They thought we will give up after a few weeks. 42 weeks later, here we are. 42 weeks later, and protests in Melbourne are still between 5 to 7 actions every week and escalating. We will continue to rise up. We will continue to raise our voices until the people of Palestine are free.
Representation looks like. We want representatives who reflect our values. We want representatives who reflect our opinions. We want representatives who uphold human rights, who uphold justice, who represent the diversity of this country. And unfortunately, do our current representatives do any of that? Do they do any of that? No. Shame. Elections are coming up. Now is our chance to show them we are not fools. The Australian community believes in values, they believe in principles, and we will vote accordingly. if they are not capable of representing us, we're voting them out. And in their place, we will vote in candidates who are able to stand for justice, not only for Palestinians, but for First Nations people here in Australia and people across the world who are oppressed. And until our government decides to represent us, until we see liberation in Palestine, we will continue to stand here every week and demand justice. We will continue to show up at our local actions as well and educate our community and continue to stand for justice and liberation for Palestine. From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
Now, Free Palestine Melbourne will be coming around with donation tins. They are collecting donations to run community events in support of a free Palestine. So if you've got any change, please donate generously. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever.
One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silenced. Three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silenced. Three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. Come on, we have more energy than that. We need Albanese to hear us all the way from Canberra. We need all of our representatives to hear us all the way from Canberra. Come on, we can be louder than that. One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silent. Three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silent. Three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Now, in the last couple of months, we have seen students silenced like never before. Shame. Students at university encampments have been not only discriminated against by their academic institutions who should be educating them on injustice, who should be educating them on what it means to be human and how to actually positively influence society and the world. And instead, they have decided here in Australia to silence, stop university encampments, basically smear all of the students who have been attending the encampments, and then also try to intimidate them and threaten academic sanctions. Shame. Now, cracking down on students isn't only happening here in Australia. If you've been watching the news, you've been seeing what's been taking place in Bangladesh. Shame. Today we have a passionate Bangladeshi student activist here with us today. Ahmed Dayan is a student and a passionate advocate for human rights issues around the world. With the ongoing conflict in Bangladesh, he believes that the Palestinian issue is not so different in its root as the one he faces at home. It is important that we stand with them as we stand with Palestinians and Palestinian activists. The liberation of all people is tied. From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Please welcome Ahmed to the stage. Always winners, always women.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Assalamu alaikum good afternoon to all of you. My name is Ahmed. I'm a student from Bangladesh. I start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land. I pay respect to their past, present, and elderly, and emerging. My brothers and sisters, our hearts are bleeding. On one hand, our brothers and sisters in Palestine are getting killed month after month. On the other hand, my brothers and sisters, my friends, my close friends are getting massacred in Bangladesh. You might already know about some situation. So there's been a historic peaceful protest by the students against the quota system in Bangladesh. The government has been trying to ruthlessly suppress this protest, and they're using armed forces for this against the students. Alongside the notorious student wing of the ruling party called the Bangladesh Student League, who've got a long history of kidnapping, torture, murder, the police and some other military forces have been seen shooting unarmed civilians in various parts of the country. We have seen videos on social media of these forces firing tear shells, sound grenades, and even live bullets at students from helicopters. To suppress all this, the government cut off the internet and mobile data for days, cutting us off from our friends and families. All we could do was hope and pray that our loved ones were still alive. Although internet is partially available in some parts of the country now, social media has still been blocked and can only be accessed using VPN services. My brothers and sisters, every video coming out of Bangladesh right now, it reminds me of Palestine. We have seen videos of Bangladeshi students getting killed in every possible way. Do you remember our brothers in Palestine tied in front of the tanks by Israeli forces? The police in Bangladesh has been seen carrying unarmed students, their dead bodies, university students, school students, on top of their APC, tied to their APC before they're disposed in the middle of the street. Now, my question is it too much to ask for justice? Is it too much to say that 56% of jobs should not be allocated for a specific group of people, but for the people who deserve it? The students have always demanded for a reduced quota for the children and grandchildren of the people who fought in the liberation war of Bangladesh. Over 30% of the government jobs are only fixed for those people. We still, however, continue to support the quotas for the minorities and people with physical disabilities. But after all this, after hundreds of students have been killed, after thousands, tens of thousands have been injured, what do we ask for? We still want justice. We want justice for all our brothers and sisters who've been killed. We want justice for everyone who was beaten up, tortured, and detained. We strongly demand an immediate investigation by the United Nations, and that they ban the Bangladesh armed forces, paramilitary forces, and all law enforcement agencies from peacekeeping missions, simply because murderers cannot be peacemakers. Armed forces who raise arms against their own unarmed civilians cannot be trusted for upholding peace elsewhere. That's all I've written, but look, as a human, it hurts me every day. Every day I wake up, I feel hopeless. I feel afraid. I feel that we are fighting a losing war. But every day, I look at every one of you. I look at everyone who's at the Federation Square right now, standing against an autocratic government and speaking against genocide, speaking against murders. You inspire me every day to go stronger. And even though we fight an uphill battle, people who stand for the right cause can never be defeated. And we will win. Thank you, and free Palestine!
that speech. Now, something that Ahmed said really stuck with me. Murderers cannot be peacemakers. Murderers cannot be peacemakers. Albanese, are you listening? Murderers cannot be peacemakers. I don't understand why our government thinks that Netanyahu, who has been murdering and slaughtering Palestinians for years, is capable of being a peacemaker. Shame! In what universe? If you listen to the rhetoric of the murderers, if you pay attention to their actions, it is abundantly clear that they are incapable of being peacemakers. It's the people here, it's all of the Palestinian activists that are being shunned in governments everywhere, that are the true peacemakers and the only ones that are able to bring peace and justice for all oppressed people. Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Now, we're about to start marching, but before we do, I want to introduce our final speaker. Our final speaker for this section before we start marching is Prashant Kumarval. So he is a young activist from the Young Refugees Collective. For those of you who have been keeping up to date with the actions outside of Claire O'Neill's office, he has been personally involved in the 24-hour strike that was held outside of her office. Come on, please give the activists outside of the office a larger round of applause. Come on. Prashant is a refugee from Sri Lanka and lived in limbo for almost 12 years. He works as a nurse and is also an activist. Please give him a round of applause and welcome him to the stage. Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the sea to the river!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free refugees! Thank you. I acknowledge the traditional owner of the land on which we are meeting today. I pay my respect to the elders, past and present, and the Aboriginal elders and other communities who may be here today. Thank you everyone. I'm Prashant Kumarval. Thank you for inviting me to speak at the rally today. It's heartbreaking to witness the atrocities being committed against the Palestinian people who are facing genocide and stand in solidarity with our Palestinian brothers and sisters. I'm so proud. As a refugee myself, I understand the pain. I came to Australia as a refugee 12 years ago. After spending my entire life in refugee camp in India, throughout my life, I have sought certainty and security. The Tamil people, like many others, were forced to flee our homeland. We have been shamed. We have been subjected to detain and now live in limbo on temporary visas. This is why we have been protesting outside Home Office Minister Claire O'Neill's office 24 hours a day. Indefinitely, we demand an end to this limbo. All the refugees who arrived by boat did not come here for a holiday. We were fleeing wars, often supported by Australia. We deserve permanent protection, not an uncertain future. This is why we will no longer remain silent. We call on Australian government to grant us all a permanent visas. And not to stop using as a pawns in their device and racist policies. Refugees are being used as political tools in the government's divide and rule tactics. And we have no longer accept this empty promises. Just as we see in the Palestinian struggle, a few politicians may offer empty words, but there is no meaningful action from the government. While the government supports Israel's action against Palestinians, some politicians give us a false hope. The refugee struggle and the Palestinian struggle are one and the same. We must unite and fight together. I urge all refugees and refugee supporters in the community to attend this rallies on Sunday and join our embankment outside Clear Renewal's office. We must stand in solidarity with each other and disrupt business as usual while genocide is unfolding and refugees, including many children, and being treated as second-class citizens. If we unite and fight against this government, we will surely win. Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free refugees! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free refugees! Free, free, free Palestine! Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prashant. The situation in Palestine is leaving people displaced, is creating refugees, and has been for over 76 years. Shame. And rather than give refugees, and this is the same for many, many countries around the world who are experiencing conflict and producing refugees, instead of providing asylum and refugee status and a safe home, this country, colonized lands, instead of providing safety and security, are leaving people in limbo. Shame. Can you believe, to date, the Australian government has failed to open any pathway for Palestinians to apply for permanent residency in Australia? They have failed to open any visa pathway which has any immediate and expedited visa processing. Shame. Instead, Palestinians are left to apply for visitor visas. Visitor visas, which are temporary. Most of them you can't even get for more than 12 months. Most of them are being granted for 3 months max. And then they're left to figure out their situation when they're here in Australia. They're left to try and apply for protection on shore, which they need to be able to find a lawyer to help them figure that out. While they're trying to also figure out how to settle themselves in Australia, how to figure out how to find community, how to provide for their basic needs, and also, lest we forget, come to terms with the trauma that they've been experiencing their entire lives. Shame. The Australian government needs to do better. Refugees should not be used as a political tool, which is weaponized. They shouldn't be used to basically we shouldn't be outcasted. Refugees should not be outcasted. They should be supported. They should feel welcomed. It's the absolute least we could do, especially in situations where we're refusing to support them in their endeavors for liberation. Shame. Now friends, we're about to start marching, but I just have a couple of community announcements. So the first community announcement is that on Saturday next week, there is a rally organised by Free Palestine Melbourne for the International Day of Solidarity with Gaza and Palestinian prisoners. It's going to take place 2 p.m. outside of Parliament steps. We will also be marching on Sunday here as well. So try and make sure that you get down to both actions. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
If you want to confirm details, please head to their Instagram page and all the details are there. There's also a Solidarity Cup for Palestine being organised by some of the local council groups. To find out more details, you can head to Free Palestine Coalition NAM's Instagram page, and there's details about how to register for the Solidarity Cup on there. Otherwise, from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
Now this week we're taking an alternative route. We are not marching to Parliament. We are walking around the block. We are going to make sure that the people across the CBD can hear us loud and clear. So make sure that you're waving your Palestinian flags high, you're wearing your kufiyas with pride, and you are chanting as loud as you can, from the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
And then we'll march back for a couple of short speeches before we finish off. Let's start marching! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Alright, we're going to head down that way. Come on, let's go!
Well done, Sarah!
It's just because my phone's full of storage and it won't let me download the new app. And to look up where I've come from, I need the new app.
Where you come from today.
Where I parked my car.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say to you before. That's what
Yeah.
my phone for ages. I was trying to figure out where I parked.
Yeah.
I realised that was
So,
But
Fair
I
enough.
parked it right next to a train stop.
Are you going to go for a drink later on?
okay.
Google Maps tells me that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm able to look up my car.
Alright, it's much.
I'm
not sure if I'll be there. Okay. I'm going to have a drink and I'll be there, yeah. Okay, alright. See you later. Half. Different route today. Hey. I thought you might have gone home to sort out the cat drama. Did you see Sophia? She's got a headband for me that says I love chocolate milk.
Palestine will live forever!
Oh, thank you.
Is it a big group?
I think
Hi. He looks quite happy there, doesn't he? It's about to fall off.
Justified when people are occupied. You ready? Resistance is justified! Resistance is justified! Our resistance is resistance! Our resistance is resistance! I'm not told, Vamos, stop! Oh! Stop the drama! Stop! اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك اللهم فيما اعطيت اللهم انا نستودعك غدا اللهم انا نستودعك غدا اللهم انا نستودعك غدا اللهم لا حول ولا قوة الا بك اللهم لا حول ولا قوة الا بك الله يا الله يا واحد يا احد يا جبار يا جليل يا منتقم يا الله يا منتقم انتقم من الصهاينة الملاعين اللهم انتقم من الصهاينة الملاعين اللهم احصرهم عددا اللهم احصرهم عددا واجرحهم ولا واجرحهم مع بعض اللهم لا تبقي منهم احدا اللهم لا تبقي منهم احدا اللهم شتت نساءهم اللهم رمل نساءهم اللهم يتم اطفالهم اللهم يتم اطفالهم اللهم يتم اطفالهم اللهم دمر بيوتهم اللهم دمر بيوتهم اللهم اجعل دائرة السوء عليهم اللهم اجعل دائرة السوء عليهم اللهم اجعل تكفيرا عليهم اللهم اجعل تكفيرا عليهم اللهم اصلح طائراتهم اللهم اصلح طائراتهم اللهم اجعل جنودهم اللهم اجعل جنودهم حصادا لاهلنا في فلسطين اللهم اجعل جنودهم حصادا لاهلنا في فلسطين اللهم احصيهم عددا ولا تبقي منهم احدا اللهم عليك بطاهرة العرب اللهم عليك بطاهرة العرب اللهم احصيهم عددا ولا تبقي منهم احدا يا الله يا واحد يا احد يا الله يا رحيم يا غفور يا كريم يا الله عليك باهل غزه انهم وديعتك انهم وديعتك اللهم انا نستودعك اهل غزه اللهم انا نستودعك اهل غزه اللهم يا الله اللهم يا الله اللهم يا الله عليك باهل غزه اللهم يا الله عليك باهل غزه اللهم يا الله ارحمهم اجمع اللهم ارحمهم اللهم ارحمهم اللهم اكفيهم من عندك اللهم اكفيهم بمدد من عندك اللهم امددهم بمدد من عندك اللهم امددهم بمدد من عندك يا الله اللهم اجعل ملائكة الرحمة تنزل عليهم اللهم اجعل ملائكة الرحمة تنزل عليهم اللهم انصرهم على من عاداهم اللهم انصرهم على من عاداهم اللهم لا تسمد بهم احدا اللهم لا تسمد بهم احدا اللهم لا تسمد بهم اعداءهم من العرب والمسلمين اللهم لا تسمد بهم احدا من الصهاينة اجمعين الله يا الله انصرنا على من عادانا اللهم يا الله انصرنا على من عادانا يا الله اللهم ثبتنا وثبت اقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين المجرمين اللهم يا الله انصرنا على القوم الكافرين المجرمين على الصهاينة الملاعين على الصهاينة الملاعين عليك the Zionist are terrorists all the Zionists are terrorists all the Zionists are terrorists all the Zionists are terrorists yes louder all the Zionists are terrorists yes free Palestine free Palestine enough okay ladies and gentlemen ideas. We will not stop and will not rest. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Look at Biden's railway decree. We will stop till Palestine decree. Israel. We want justice, Israel. Stop harming Israel. Stop harming Israel. Stop harming Israel. Stop harming Israel. Israel, USA. Israel, USA. Israel, USA. Israel, USA. How many kids have you killed today? 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 Israel, USA. How many kids have you killed today? How many kids have you killed today? supporting genocide. You're supporting genocide. You're supporting genocide. Supporting genocide. We won't be silent. Stop the bombing now, 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 now. One, two, we won't be silent. Three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. One, two, three, stop the bombing now, now, now. One, two, three, stop the bombing now, now, now. One, two, three, stop the bombing now, 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 now. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. There is only one solution. There is only one solution.
Look outside. Do you know how many fucking walls there were outside the shop? Yeah, I
It's cool to see like anti-Zionist.
Oh yeah, salary, yes.
In the AFL, Washington Mississippi Giants has only been going
what you think? A great congratulations to our people back in Palestine and Spain. They managed to free by your great unity, Abu Shujaa. Abu Shujaa has our heart. God bless Abu Shujaa. Yesterday they went to the hospital. Surrounded the hospital and they managed to keep the Palestinian forces, the Zionist Palestinian forces. They are the British Palestinians as they are not. They found it. We try to arrest him after multiple attempts. Destination and imminent destination. Went to your surgery and those that people want to go to the hospital. Surrounded with their bodies and managed to free him. Abu Shujaa is our heart. Free Abu Shujaa. Thank you very much. And I will say one thing. Oh, silent our terrorists! Oh, silent our terrorists! Oh, silent our terrorists! Oh, silent our terrorists! Israel is a terrorist state. won't be silent.
Three.
Stop the bombing now, 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 now.
One.
We are the people.
Two.
We won't be silent.
Three.
Stop the bombing now, 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 now.
One.
We are the people.
Two.
We won't be silent.
Three.
Stop the bombing now, 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 now.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Liberation.
When do we want it?
Now.
Liberation now.
Liberation now. Liberation now. Liberation now. Liberation now. Liberation now.
Liberation now. Liberation now.
Liberation now. Liberation now.
Now, all right, guys, the crowd is still coming, which is amazing. That means that we've got a really big crowd.
Your prediction was correct in that last night.
If we can continue to chant, but if I can have this crowd move that way a little bit, please. That way we can make space for everybody so our chants can be as loud as possible. Yep, if everyone can just move on, please, just a little bit. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Thanks, everyone. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! What do we want? Liberation! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Liberation! When do we want it? Now! Liberation 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 now! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! In our thousands, in our millions! We are all Palestinians! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Genocide since 48! Genocide since 48! Israel is a terrorist state! 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 Shame, shame, Israel, shame! 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 Shame, shame, Australia, shame! Shame, 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 Australia, shame! Shame, shame, louder! Shame, shame, Australia, shame! Shame, shame, Australia, shame! Shame, shame, Australia, shame! Shame, shame, Australia, shame! Shame, shame, Alba, shame! Shame, shame, Alba, shame! Shame, shame, Alba, shame! Shame, shame, Alba, shame! Shame, Penny, shame, shame! Shame, Penny, shame, shame! Shame, Alba, shame, shame! Shame, Alba, shame, shame! Shame, Israel, shame, shame! Shame, Israel, shame, shame! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Shame, America, shame, shame! Shame, America, shame, shame! Shame, America, shame, shame! Shame, America, shame, shame! Shame, Israel, shame, shame! Shame, Israel, shame, shame! Shame, Australia, shame, shame! Shame, Australia, shame, shame! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Netanyahu, you will see! Netanyahu, you will see! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Albanese, you will see! Albanese, you will see! Palestine is almost free! Palestine is almost free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! In our thousands, in our millions! In our thousands, in our millions! Thank you so much, everybody, for your energy, for your passion, for your commitment, for continuing to show up week in, week out. Rain, hail or shine, we show up for Palestine. Rain, hail or shine, we show up for Palestine. Rain, hail or shine, we show up for Palestine. Rain, hail or shine, we show up for Palestine. until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
The atrocities keep getting worse. Our government's inaction continues to be visibly clear. The Netanyahu government have absolutely no shame. Netanyahu has absolutely no shame. Just this week, the American Congress welcomed him with open arms. A genocide committer, somebody who is committing crimes against humanity. They welcomed him with open arms. They gave him a standing ovation. Where is humanity? Where is humanity? Where is leadership? How dare they? History is watching. We are all watching. Just as we look to the past and we condemn those that supported the worst of the worst criminals that humanity has ever seen. History, the future, will be watching and will be criticizing everybody who stood silent. Everybody who gave that crazy, inhumane war criminal, Netanyahu, a standing ovation. Shame. He can puff his chest. The American Congress and government can puff their chests. They can sit and act like they have nothing to be ashamed of. But history will show them. We will show them. And Palestine will show them when Palestine is free. From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Now our next speaker is no stranger to all of you. He is a Palestinian activist and member of Free Palestine Melbourne. Please give Mu'ayyad Ali a round of applause and a warm welcome. From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I acknowledge and pay respect to the Wurundjeri people of Kulin Nation, whose land I work and live upon. It always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. 296 days since the genocide campaign on our people in Gaza has started. You may hear the people in Gaza saying, we are tired. And yes, they are tired of 76 years of occupation, 16 years of siege, tired of being bombed, tired of being displaced, and tired of seeing their children and loved ones killed, tired of seeing their hospitals and schools demolished. But they will never get tired of being Palestinians, of being fighting for their freedom and liberation. We will never drop the hope of return to our homes and villages. As Palestinians, when we fight for our freedom from the occupation. We fight for our dignity from brutality and oppression. We fight for our right of return to our homeland, Palestine, which is from the river to the sea.
And yes, the whole world has failed to protect us from decades, from the Zio-American propaganda, war and massacres, when more than 40,000 of innocent people killed, half of them are women and children. Our government here is only concerned, but Albanese stand with his genocidal friend Netanyahu in his campaign by providing a political and diplomatic cover, by allowing the weapon manufacturing in our suburbs to source the war machine in Gaza and Palestine. What so-called Israel has violated the international humanitarian law thousands of times with impunity from our politicians, including some of those people in the Victorian Parliament and in the Federal Parliament. The coming election must be the way to get rid of them, to vote them out. Yes, to vote them out, because as less Zionists in the Parliament, as better for the humanity. The Zionist has failed to keep their colony extended to include more Arab lands, and that really annoying them, because the Zionist dream is not Palestine only, but more lands, and Netanyahu included that in his map at the United Nations. He showed the whole world the actual map he wants to have as what so-called Israel. They are building, instead of that, they are building more illegal settlement in the West Bank and Jerusalem. That the Australian government has to be in the right side of history, on the right side of history, and sanction Israel now. We will not satisfy by only lip talk. We want action from this government, from ALP, from Albanese now. My friends, during the last 10 months, we have built a great movement for Palestine here in Australia, and particularly here in Melbourne. We have a great culture of protesting. We are united, we are powerful, we are strong, and that's why they scared. And that's why we see the brutality against us. We need to keep this movement as big, as powerful, and united. We need to keep this movement as big, as powerful, as united. Our enemy is that system who kill our women and children in Palestine. The system that occupy our land and trying to destroy our lives, our dreams, and the future. We need to focus on our legitimate right of protesting. We need to focus on our legitimate right of protesting and how to make our movement the best representation of the Palestinian cause. Our enemy is the Zionist, and the only Zionist. And this movement to another avenue that will be taking the focus from Palestine, from the genocide. Our focus should be on Palestine and only Palestine. My friends, we have the truth, and the truth should win, and we will win, and free Palestine. Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Thank you very much!
Thank you, Muayyad. From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Now, as Muayyad was talking about, basically police brutality. And about this movement being painted as something it is not. You can obviously hear and see what's happening behind us. We will not engage. We will not engage. The government, the media, and even the police can try and paint us as being violent. They can try and frame us and accuse us of going against the social cohesion of not only the state, but of the entire country. But we will continue to show them every single week that social cohesion is here. We will continue to show them that we are calling for justice and freedom. We do not want violence. We want liberation. What do we want?
Liberation!
What do we want?
Liberation!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Liberation!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Liberation!
When do we want it?
Now!
Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now!
Liberation now!
Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now!
Liberation now! Liberation now!
We will continue to focus our efforts where it matters, and that's calling for a free Palestine. That's not engaging with people that are trying to provoke us, people that are trying to paint us as something we are not. We are going to continue to show up every single week. Make sure you're here next weekend, every single Sunday until Palestine is free. They can try to intimidate us, they can try to shame us, they can try and accuse us and defame us, but we know who we are, we know what we stand for. And we're going to continue to stand and call for a free Palestine. From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Australia, shame!
Shame, shame, Australia, shame!
Shame, shame, Australia, shame!
Shame, shame, Australia, shame!
Shame, shame, Netanyahu, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, America, shame!
Shame, shame, America, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Shame, shame, Israel, shame!
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
We will not allow the government, we will not allow the media to succeed in their tactics to try and paint this movement as something it is not. We will not allow them to try and distract us, to just try and distract the masses from the atrocities that are being committed in Palestine. Right now, as we speak, as we stand here right now, the images that are coming out on the ground, the stories that Palestinians have, the atrocities that they've experienced is beyond our comprehension, beyond our imagination. Just this week, just yesterday, the images of beheaded babies. Beheaded babies. Shame. Shame. While our government continues to fail to act. Shame. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Liberation now!
Liberation now!
Liberation now!
Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now! Liberation now!
I want to remind everyone that despite the police's actions, the marshals are dealing with the situation. Can we please trust the marshals to deal with this situation? Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
One! We are the people. Two! We won't be silent. Three! Stop the bombing now! One!
We are the people!
Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
One!
We are the people!
Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
One!
We are the people!
Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
Peace signs, everyone! One! Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
One! Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
One!
We are the people!
Two!
We won't be silent!
Three!
Stop the bombing now!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
We will not be deterred. We will continue to show up. Next week, I will see you all next week. Make sure that you attend your local actions. Make sure that you continue to make sure that you continue to remain resilient and continue to call for a free